Alrighty. E-Money is live, chilling in the park. Let me see something. Damn. This. Huh. Oh, somebody said that. Highlight. All right. I can't find the description. I wonder what happens if you do this. What? It ends it? Oh, it starts it again. Oh, okay. That's not good. Huh. That's an interesting situation. What's up, y'all? Who that, yo? I got two in here. I'm getting ready. Oh, we got 18. All right, that's what's up. What's up, y'all? I got a good number in here. I guess I could start. We talking about rescue operations. Hi, Yenabug, and about everything. Cade Clips, what up? What's up, y'all? So, yeah, we could roll with 12. So this video, my channel covers economics and I guess government work, political work. But this specific video, we are about to try to assign jobs to, let me see, I guess a rescue operation. And when we figure out the jobs for all the countries, we got to develop how much products we're going to need to sustain or assist this large, massive employment operation. So, yeah, it's a lot of stuff. The list is in the description, but I can't pull it up. I put it in the box of the video, but I can't pull it up. So I think I have to like write it down. Like I gotta log off. What's up, not Ruben 11? Yeah, I might have to log off and get the list because I can't like scroll in my live on my cell phone to find the list. But I could like try to go off of the top of my head. Mass migration logistics. we'll start from there. So we got to evacuate coastlines because the ice caps are melting. So the moment that happens, we got to have teams on standby. The most important one is a crime scene investigation unit, and this applies to all the coastal areas. So let me try to draw it real quick. I got a stick. So, I'm about to try to turn the camera. Alrighty. So this is the water and the ocean. And then this is 100 miles away from the ocean. So we're going to need mayors. So we got to split the mayor seat, or the job position. So this is Atlantic City in New Jersey, and we're evacuating the entire Atlantic City from the coastlines. They would have to move 100 miles away from the coastline. So everybody in the city has to set up shop 100 miles away. So when we do that, we're going to need the mayor original to stay there and orchestrate the departure. And then we're going to need a new mayor for here. So it's going to be 2 cities of Atlantic City, or 2 cities of Miami, because we got to evacuate Miami. So this one is going to be FC, as in FEMA City. And you're going to keep the same address, except in front of your address, you're going to put FC, as in FEMA City. So this keeps the financial systems locked in, because the people that leave here, they're still going to be able to, manage the bills or the financial aspects of whatever they're leaving behind. But over here, it's going to be like campgrounds built up. So we have to start building up cabins for everybody on the coastlines. So yeah, we're going to cover all of that. We got to cover the food. We got to cover waste management. So over in the UK somewhere, they have a city that uses above ground waste collection. So they don't have a sewage system. So we're going to have to reach out to them and figure out how they run their system and manage it. So the food, we're going to have to find all the farmers within this, this zone from the ice caps melting, and we have to relocate them as soon as possible. So we have to do the same thing with their address. We have to give them new addresses with a FC, as in FEMA City. So we got to focus on water and food supplies. So all we're doing is getting a lot of people to help move all of the supplies over to the next city. So it's going to be a breakdown. We're going to break down the coastal zones by 10%. So 10% of residents and businesses will relocate for 1 year, and then the next 10% the next year, and then the next 10% the next year, until we evacuate the entire coastline, because the water will take away up to 100 miles of the coastline. So you could type it in I say survival of the fitness Squid Games. Yeah, I'm on a different survival game. Yeah. So let me see. Oh, so we got to focus on water. Water, we can't bring the rivers with us, or the water machines that make the tap water. So we have to use wet wipes to basically take a bath or shower. And we got to invest in those heavy. And then some people that start up the businesses, they would have to be delivery drivers of water. So all they'll do is transport water back and forth to these cities. So they'll figure out how, we have to figure out how to get the water and move it up to the cities. So we got water, we got that. We need international. There's a a law that Congress signed into law over the years, over the past 200 years. It's called Neutrality Act. So the Neutrality Act, we try to like stop providing weapons of mass destruction to other countries. So we are moving to a like search and rescue operation, and let me see. I guess security instead of mass destruction. So, damn, I need that list. Who? Any subscribers in here? All right, so I don't know. What else can I remember off of the list? Oh, student transport. We have to figure out, we have to set up the schools. Whoa, shit. Oh. That was a bee. So we have to set up the schools for, and also student transport. So once we get the FEMA cabins set up and then the work sites for the parents, we have to develop like school zones, and yeah, we got to find out the transportation situation. So if it's school bus or just the bee was trying to help. Yo, what's up, Rizar? Yeah, the bee was trying to help. Yeah, so we got to set up school zones for the parents that move and relocate. So we got to figure out the cost. Like I'm using a baseline globally. So whatever American prices was in 2012, we're going to be using that for the entire world. So I'm going to be doing some research on prices for the cost of goods for everything, and I'm going to lock it in. What's up, bro? How's the planning going? I kind of messed up already because I ain't used to YouTube. So I put into the details a list of things that I got to talk about, but I can't pull it up on my screen here. So I only got a cell phone. So I'm trying to go off of the top of my head. If you could see the details and pull up some other stuff in the description box, that'll be helpful. It's written down, but yeah, I can't. I would have to like log off and then log back on. But yeah, it's in the description, like in the video, but you probably can't see it either unless you're on like a computer. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, I would have to like go home, get a pen, write it all down, and then come back, log on. But I'm trying to like load up some of it at least. Damn it, I cannot remember this shit. Oh wait, hold up. Let me try my notes. I don't know if this will log me off. Let me try my notes. Give me 1 second. This works. Am I back? Can y'all hear me? Hello? Y'all can hear me? Yeah, it's back on. All right. So one of them is fuel, and fuel. Oh shoot. No, you didn't mess me up. I had a lot. I got the topics or the discussion in my notes on the phone, and I had put that into the YouTube description. So I wasn't sure if I would get like kicked off permanently for how long or whatever, or lose the signal. So it works this way. So I'm gonna keep doing it this way. So one of the topics was fuel. So we got to do a new fuel system. So over here we got pumps, right? But we might not, we don't have an electric grid for the pumps to work. So what we have to do is we have to do these new fuel station systems. So we need a tank. We need to build up a tank for low grade, middle grade, and high grade gasoline. And what happens is the fuel stations, basically, it's just like a step, like a really high step or a platform. And the worker stays at the platform, kind of like in New Jersey. And when you pull up, there's going to be like a funnel, not a funnel, but the hose from the old machine. And they put that into your car. And then on top of it, it's a funnel. So you buy your gas by the 5 gallon. So we need to invest in 5-gallon jugs, like water jugs. So basically the gas attendant will just dump 5 gallons and then dump another 5 gallons and then another 5 gallons. And then they cut it off. So depending on the size of your tank, they don't want to go overboard and like flood it. So we got to work out those logistics. So up in the FEMA cities, we could pull up our car and we'll still be able to drive and function. So we just stop here. They put in like 10 gallons in my car and I keep it moving after I pay my money. So there is no like electrical system. It's just a tank, and then the tankers, they just keep filling it up, just like the normal system. So we still have the fuel functioning. The next one is the refinery making the fuel. So we have to find rivers that's connected to the ocean that flows 100 miles away from the ocean. So that way we could always like bring the vessel in and dock the vessel to unload the oil. And then we have to refine the oil and make gasoline. The thing is, we have to build up units that can rapidly produce the amount of fuel that we need. So if we take the current, I guess, refinery that we have now, and we divide it by 4, like whatever its production capacity is, if we divide it by 4, what happens is we could use material from Home Depot to build up smaller refineries, and we could still produce the same amount of fuel. And we could build these refineries in a shorter amount of time. So that is fuel emergencies, I guess. Fuel shortage emergencies. I'm about to find another topic. I'll be back. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. All right, so let me see. Oh, Riza said food and water, number 1. It's actually multiple sectors because it will be food, water, fuel, all in the same category. So this one, we're about to go over mass transit. So we have to evacuate New York, right? The entire New York island where the JFK airport is. It's an international airport. So we have to replace that airport in addition to evacuations. So, let me see. Damn it. All right. So this is about to be mass transit logistics. Oh, shoot. So mass transit logistics. If we are evacuating the entire New York City island, right? What happens is when we start bringing the buses, if they end up on dirt, it's going to be a nightmare. Like, it's not going to be practical. So what we got to do is we have to grid it out. So every 10 blocks, right, we're going to put a bus line. So 10 blocks going that way. Like, what cataclysm? What you mean by that? So this, so let's say 10 blocks, right? So 1 block, 2 block, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks, all the way to 10. We make another road. So these are going to be the official transport roads for the city. So we have to get a head start right now and start making these roads with FEMA for the buses. So we have to halt all of the road construction activity in the cities and bring those materials here. So we have to just do the bus line and we have to make the roads, but we have to leave these roads dirt because this will be for local traffic. So once this happens, all of the truck and trailers can move up and down these roads. So it's 10 this way and 10 that way. And also the mass transit. So you could just walk this way, catch a bus, walk that way, catch a bus, either way. So we have to grid it out, and that's mass transportation logistics. So we got like Trump obstructed a lot of these operations. We lost like 8 years. So I don't know. It's going to be pretty bad. Let me move on to the next topic. Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm back. So what are we preparing for? All right. So this is cement, and over there is like metal, and that's a stone, right? So we shifted all of this weight in the whole world, not just America. So when we moved around mountains and stuff, the orbit of the planet, let's say it was in an oval, we started to swing it into a circle. So if it's closer to the sun for longer periods of time, the entire Antarctica, that ice cap, it's going to melt, and it's going to melt faster than expected. So the moment that happens, all them coastal cities, oh, I lost the area, but all the coastal cities, they're going to get flooded. So we have to have an evacuation plan to keep the financial system stable and like stop people from panicking. Somebody, oh, you said bro. What's up? Were you scared? It made you scared? What happened? What's going on? what's going on in AMOC is, what is it? No, I never heard of it. Whoa. I think that's why Florida was experiencing hot water. They had like super hot water a couple years ago. Like when you go to the beach, they said the water was like 100 something. So yeah, it's a lot of bad stuff happening. And we could, so, oh, this is recent. Oh, wow. Yeah. So we got rescue operations going. And if you are part of my channel, you're going to have like, you're going to be first in line to be a leader. So you're going to have like a leadership role if you want to take it serious. So, damn. Oh, let me, give me 1 second. I got to go back to the topic room. All right, I'm back. Yeah. So in 2017 and 2018, a time traveler on Apex TV came back and he informed everybody, and it's legit. They are melting, but the thing is, they're melting faster than expected because back in the day, scientists, they was like using it based on like the history of like the, what is that? The ice age into the like whatever age, you know, you had the Jurassic era and all of that. They was basing it off of that. So we have new information and it came from the future. So, yeah, it's going to melt faster than expected. So we have rescue protocols, which is the good news. But yeah, we have to drop courses in high school. So the courses we got to drop is calculus and trigonometry, and we got to push it into the college sector. So when we drop those courses, we have to put all the high school students into EMT, emergency medical technician courses, and also CDLA courses. So by the time they graduate high school, they're certified EMTs and also certified CDL drivers, commercial driving license, commercial driver license drivers. So that's high school. Let me see what else. The World Trade Organization. So we have to have a meeting with the World Trade. We have to reinstate it or like do a teamwork convention with the World Trade Organization to undo the damages Trump caused. And then we have to orchestrate how we are going to get goods into every single country. So we have to find and identify the entry points and exit points for imports and exports. So that's a World Trade operation. And then the Bank of International Settlements. So all of the money systems, they're going to be the same value. So their job as international, banking representatives is going to become a lot easier to do their job because all the money will have to hold the same value throughout this entire evacuation operation. Let me see what else. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. So, the FEMA cities, hang on. Oh, the clock is going again. So I'm back. The FEMA cities, we're not going to have an electric grid. So all of the vehicles that we have, every single what is that? Every single supermarket, they're going to have a vehicle outside or next to the supermarket, right? So it's going to kind of look like a flea market, and as we build it up, it's going to start looking like a regular corner store or supermarket. But it's going to start off as like a flea market situation, and we're going to have a vehicle assigned to the building to basically stay there permanently, and we're going to hook up a generator to the engine and have the engine like spinning the generator or like providing, yeah, we're gonna have to do it that way. So this generator is gonna keep the lights and the refrigerators operating for like the next 10-15 years. The thing is, we got to keep filling up the car with fuel. So we need fuel expansion. And that's how we're going to keep the food stable for like years, like throughout the year. And then, let me go back to the topic room. All right, I'm back. So we are about to go over the federal government is out of service because of what Donald Trump did. So we have to put it back into service. So we have to get all of the rules and regulations, and we have to put in the people into the government. But while that's going on, we still have a state level government and a city level government still functioning. So we have to make use of these two like sectors of the economy. So at the state level, we're going to basically do data collection, and we're going to start the employment and hiring process for a lot of these jobs. So I developed new financial formulas, and it's like a multi-tiered system. So tier 1 is federal, tier 2 is state, tier 3 is city. So if you multiply last year's revenues by 14, the state has money. If you multiply the cities by 14, the city has money. And then the federal level, it has money, but Trump is holding it hostage. So the city level does not need to ask Trump for money because this is within their jurisdiction, tier number 3. So they just multiplied their tax revenues of 2023, and they fill their treasury, and they start hiring the people for these operations. So once we get the mass staff hiring for the mass staff shortage, we are going to order the supplies necessary for the operation. So we're going to try to find percentages for all the countries. That way we can ship out or place orders for that amount of percentage of how much we need. So based on the staff volume and the residencies and the commercial volume, evacuations for the commercial volume, we're going to have to find that for all the other countries. So everything is like based on the American foundation. And now I'm about to go back into the topic room. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So, prioritizing what's more important. So Rizar had said that the food and water is more important, but it's multiple sectors that have like an equal weight of importance. So we gotta like prioritize. We gotta look into the sectors and prioritize it. And I think I'll just like work from there. Yeah. So that's all I got for this video. And let me see. Go back to All right, I'm back. So yeah, the gospel garbage doofus troopers are betting on the doom and gloom market crash. So they are all angry in the event we try to like bail out governments because they're daydreaming and fantasizing becoming multi multi millionaires on a crash, like an economic crash. So we basically blocked it out over the years, and it's not going to play out how they want it to. And yeah, so that's all for this video. I'm wrapping it up. I'm going to make other videos later on, but all right. Yeah, everybody left the chat. So, all right, y'all. Wait, is this Riza? Are you in the chat? All right. All right. Well, I never knew that. So, yeah, I never knew that. But thank you. Appreciate it. I'm wrapping up my live stream. So, take it easy. Gotta go.